Welcome to this special video. Slavery in America. It's a chapter etched in pain, resilience, and transformation. Every August 23rd, we mark the International Day for the Remembrance of the Slave Trade and its Abolition. On this day in 1791, a courageous uprising in Haiti ignited a movement that would shake the foundations of slavery across the globe. But how did slavery begin in America? Why were Africans chosen? And how does the shadow of slavery stretch into our modern world? Stay with me as we journey through the truth, the trauma, and the legacy that still shapes lives today. In the early 1600s, colonists in North America faced a massive labor crisis. Crops like tobacco and sugar demanded relentless manpower. Initially, they relied on indentured European servants. But these contracts ran out, but the hunger for profit kept growing. In 1619, the first enslaved Africans were brought to Jamestown, Virginia. What began as an economic shortcut would soon become one of history's darkest systems. Africans were targeted not only for their proximity to European trade routes, but because of their strength, farming skills, and tragic vulnerability. They were strangers to the American terrain, isolated from escape, and wrongly dehumanized to justify the cruelty. These lies laid the foundation for centuries of exploitation, bolstered by greed and racial mythology. Slavery infiltrated every corner of life. In the South, enslaved Africans were forced into endless labor on plantations. Tobacco, cotton, rice. Others were cooks, blacksmiths, dock workers, even builders of the very nation that enslaved them. The economy thrived on their backs, but their humanity was continuously erased. Even before they arrived, they endured horror. Over 10 million Africans were shipped across the Atlantic, the Middle Passage. Chained below deck in unspeakable conditions, around 600,000 reached North America, but many died en route. Those who survived were auctioned, separated from families, and condemned to servitude. The cost? Lives destroyed, cultures silenced, families ripped apart. From sunrise to sunset, enslaved people faced beatings, rape, starvation, and forced obedience. Mothers were separated from their children. Entire languages and spiritual traditions vanished under the pressure of domination. And yet, within this cruelty, they resisted. Frederick Douglass escaped bondage to become one of America's greatest orators, shaking the conscience of a nation. Sojourner Truth, a mother and preacher, blazed through crowds demanding justice. For Black Americans and for women, their voices became weapons. The end came, but not quickly. The Civil War tore the country apart. And out of its ashes, hope emerged. Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 was a turning point. And in 1865, the 13th Amendment legally abolished slavery. Harriet Tubman risked everything, leading hundreds to freedom along the Underground Railroad. William Lloyd Garrison's paper, The Liberator, shouted truth from the rooftops. And President Lincoln, though complex, pushed through legislation that changed America forever. Slavery ended. But its legacy did not. Systemic racism, inequality, and mass incarceration carry echoes of the past. Debates around reparations grow louder. Museums and memorials preserve the truth. And today, America continues to wrestle with its identity. Caught between silence and reckoning, slavery was more than injustice. It was a theft of generations. And still, those enslaved left behind courage, culture, and an unshakable will to rise. If you found this video illuminating, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. What surprised you most about slavery's history or its ongoing legacy? Stay informed, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next journey through truth.